World-famous photographer Neil Rettig and his veterinarian wife Laura say they chose Wisconsin for a home because of the abundance of water here, which nourishes wildlife like a rainforest. They live in a comfortable farmhouse near the Mississippi River, but are away from home a lot in hostile environments.
It is very, very tough. It's tough physically all the time. The cameras weigh, 30, 40 pounds. You're hauling them around. You're climbing trees or climbing mountains. It's usually uncomfortable. It's either really cold or really hot or raining or there's insects all over you. So the idea, people do tend to have this idea that, oh man, it's really a glamorous job, and there are wonderful things about it. Traveling, seeing all parts of the globe, seeing amazing events in natural history, animals, scenery, seeing all that, but it is very, very demanding. In Panama, we had bugs everywhere. At night, the instant it got dark, our camp was overrun by cockroaches. So usually we were eating dinner just about as it got dark, because the crew would come back in from filming all day. And so I would be preparing a meal and I'd stick something on the table and I'd ladle it out and there'd be a cockroach in somebody's bowl. As I was doing the dishes, there were cockroaches all over me. I would go to the water and Neil always told me, be careful at the water, that's where you're gonna see things. And there were tarantulas that lived at the water hole. And one day one ran up my leg.
Laura and Neil love birds. She's currently rehabilitating a baby wood duck they found on the highway. And here comes Neil with his harpy eagle.
Well, this is a male harpy. And the male harpies are a lot smaller than the females. Females can weigh 16 to 18 pounds, and the males usually go around 10 pounds. He's quite bonded to me, and I think he's jealous of my wife, of Laura, and so he's like pretty aggressive towards Laura. I gotta make sure they don't get together because he'll actually attack her. He's been a movie star in a bunch of different films.
Is that right?
Yeah. And in fact, we just finished a big project on harpy eagles for National Geographic, and we used this guy for some of the close-ups that we couldn't get in the wild. We were filming in Panama.
And when will that be on?
That'll be aired probably later next year, when it's all finished up. It's called The Secret Life of Predators, and it'll be on National Geographic Channel.
You'll find Neil and Laura's geese in the backyard, but they recently flew past the Statue of Liberty in New York.
These are our imprinted snow geese that have been trained to fly next to boats and vehicles for filming. And we've had these guys now for going on 3 years. And the one dark one is also called a blue goose, but it's just a darker phase of the normal snow goose. Wonderful birds, very, very intelligent. We've actually put cameras on their backs, little tiny cameras called GoPros, so you get a over-the-shoulder view of flight from the goose's perspective. And we actually have these for a big BBC project called Earth Flight, which is coming out on Discovery maybe in another month or so here in the US. So everybody have a chance to see that. The snow geese will be the highlight of the North American episode.